Welcome back, everybody, to some more Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution. Leaving, or taking off right where we left off is what I meant to say. We are in the process of funding our political party. I'm hoping to use the money to gain interest in some of the legislation stuff I want to pass. We have a 100% approval rating, and I'm thinking during this episode, we're going to go ahead and squash one of these political groups. It'll probably lower my popularity a lot, and it'll actually turn that political group into a terrorist party. It might not be ideal. Perfect. We have another person in Denmark here to tell us secrets. It might not be ideal, but I need to figure something out here. It's either that or trying to get rid of the parliament's power, but parliament's like really killing us right now in terms of being able to pass certain legislation, and I'm willing to work with them somewhat. But when it comes down to it, like nationalizing certain things, actually, funny enough, nationalizing stuff is probably the right-wing party that's giving me a hard time about that. I have the money. I can actually check now. Let's do a poll real quick. Sector under control of the state. We'll pull it, but we'll only pull it for Parliament's position. I don't care what the people fucking think of it right now, to be honest with you. Okay, so I lied. That party's, they're actually for it. Everybody else is just about against it. God, there's so much. Okay. What the hell? So I should have known. The German Liberal Front's got to go. Or something. Can I try to do a new reform, and can I attach it to something? What can I attach it to that might make it pass? Let me try this again. Ooh. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We'll confirm that. Create the reform for the carrier. Is there something I can nationalize that people would like? Didn't they like the fighter plane last time? How did I get that through? What did I attach to that? There's got to be something here that just tickles these guys. Helicopters. I don't know. Let me see. Can I attach it to environmental legislation? Can I attach it? I should be able to attach it to anything here. Service. Postal service is somewhat nationalized. We have state involvement. If we privatize it, it'll free up $23 billion. And Parliament's all for it. So why don't we privatize it? Germany is strong, and add the reform. That might actually pass it through. Fuck the postal service. We will allow private industries to take over the postal service. I bet if we privatize this, So minority shareholder makes us a little bit of money, but I don't give a damn. And then for energy, I wouldn't mind making energy nationalized, because we'll make a lot of money off of the 3G plants once they're up and running. So if I was to put that under state control, it would cost me $20 billion. Parliament would be against it. Could I get it through Parliament with what I just attached to it? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, I'm not really sure what's happening here. They're still all against it? Is that what I'm seeing? It's so hard to know. See, if I look here, this is a little bit more accurate. So right now it says it's going to go through by a fairly large margin, except for here, 52% in the other house. I could help that out some. I do want to get the 3G nuclear plant under control. Let's. Okay, we'll go to services and we will take the trains out. Did they like that? I don't remember now. Railway transportation. If we totally privatize that, it's going to free up 15 billion. Parliament's all for that. So we're going to throw that in the Germany is strong. We'll add the reform. That's going to free up some money. Then we're going to jump to the energy sector, take the 3G plant. We'll be able to nationalize 3G. Oh, but maybe I want to nationalize. See, can I want to can I nationalize all of electricity? I think I can. No, I can't. See, here's the problem. I could do the 3Gs, but eventually I'm going to want to do fission, probably. I'm probably going to want to switch to that, but it could be a long ways away. Let's just do the 3Gs for now. We could build a bunch of these. Under control of the state. It's going to cost us 20 billion. I've already pulled it. They're not crazy about it, but it should go through if I attach it to this. Let's do it. All right, and that could be a money maker over time as we build more of them, which is what we're kind of hoping for. Now, will that legislation go through? And how close is it to going through? Because maybe we'll attach the naval ships to it too. Conventional gas is actually, let's see. Okay, let's click on that subsidized. I think I subsidized that. Okay, it's not really any different. It might not go through. Maybe it's not a bad thing. I kind of want to get fusion before, but I already, whatever. Okay, let's find a naval construction. Just throw that in there too. It costs 21 billion. You know what? We could buy our ships from somebody. I just want to get the aircraft carriers. I've never had an aircraft carrier in this game. I want to have one. We didn't get a chance to do it with Uganda because we didn't really, by the time we bordered by the time we had coastal, it wasn't even really worth it. Plus, we weren't really fighting across the water because we were taking over all of Africa. It was all land battles. But this is going to be a lot more naval battles. So I want to be ready for that. Oh, I want to be ready. All right, 152. So it's just a matter of waiting for things. Now, some of these train tracks I want to dismantle to replace with Hyperloop. I'm thinking we go ahead and go for this one. Let me see how much a Hyperloop would cost. Well, let me see how much money we have first. The budget excess has gone down a bit. We don't have any money in the National Treasury because we're still trying to pay that stupid debt off. Ugh. That's why I did a Hyperloop here, because it was such a small, look how fast that is though. And people are utilizing it. I wonder if it's making us money. You know what? Oh, holy crap. How does that work? Can I nationalize that? How does that work? Who gets the money from the Hyperloop line? Transportation, superhighways, railroads, number of electric vehicles. Wow, the number of electric vehicles, a percentage is skyrocketed. Self-driving vehicles is not, because we have not allowed them to do self-driving vehicles. Price of fuel, including tax, has gone down. God, I am so good. I am so good for Germany. I'm going to head over to Germany right now and get my citizenship and run for election. Look at how many thousands of miles of roads. That's because we took the Netherlands over. Maybe that's why the number of electric vehicles has gone up too. We should work on self-driving cars. But I don't see anything about Hyperloops. Construct high-speed rail networks abroad. Yeah, but... Legislate self-driving vehicles. Allow the testing. Allow self-driving vehicles on highway systems. I could just have the people vote on this. What is the opinion of the people? They don't want it. They're like, fuck the future. Okay, fine. Fine. Be like that. I just want to know how the Hyperloop could make me money. I know it's good for the economy. And I know that it is reflected in the economy, but I want to know if it's making me cash money. Does it fall under services? It probably does. It probably falls into the one that I just tried to take away, which was the railway transportation, road transportation. See, these are probably the issues. Is there? Yes, it probably is under railway transportation. But I honestly have no idea. If this counts. And I just voted to try and take that off of subsidization, so we won't make any money actually from it. It'll be good for the economy, though. I guess it's fine. Ooh, I could nationalize the banks. Only costs $1 billion to do that. Lotteries and bets. That's not nationalized? Could make money from that too. We could do what the US does and just say it's for schools and shit. And then have really shitty school systems. Road transportation's not any near nationalization. Okay. Well, I guess it's fine if it's private too. I'm just trying to make some extra cash. Do I have a tax here? We have highway tolls, which I might just completely get rid of. But do we have any taxes for, because it mentioned the tickets being expensive for the trains. Do they eventually get cheaper or no? Gambling, lottery, racing, casinos, tax on redundancies, pet tax. We don't have a tax on gambling? There's really no money in it. 148 million, that's not a lot. Thinking of increasing company, let's see, company tax on company turnover. That's like where you get all your cash money. All right, let's wait till this legislation goes through before we have them debating tax legislation on the floor. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to go back to what I was originally trying to do, which is see how much a Hyperloop would cost. From Berlin to Wolfsburg. 8 billion? That's not as bad as I thought it would be. 10 billion. I wish the game would tell me like what places would benefit the most from a line. See, there is a train from here to here and there's nothing else, no highways or anything, just a train. So I think replacing that with a Hyperloop would be ideal. Let's spend it. Why not? That's perfect. Confirm. And the project will be done in 13 months. If I increase it, 9.6, it'll be done in 12 months. So for $1 billion more, we could have it done a month early. It's $1 billion a month. So if we can't lower it though, it has to be at least 9. We're gonna just keep it cheap. In this game, you have the option of spending more money to get stuff done faster, but if you're impatient, I guess that's the way to go. I don't think it's worth it if you're patient. To spend $1 billion, maybe with some other stuff, but not that.
Here is our growth forecast.
2.8% annual growth, that's a lot. Unemployment dropped to 4%, that's excellent. That reminds me, take a look at the army real quick. 449,000, so we're still trying to get there. Commandos, though, could probably go up. And average amount of missiles. For $5 billion, we can almost double that. We're going to do it. I want to make sure we have a lot of missiles available for when the next war kicks off. I don't want to be finding myself short of missiles. The budget excess has still kind of been floating right around the same amount, even though we're like spending hard cash money. So this is good. So once this Hyperloop line is done, I will be dismantling this train line, and that'll be another Hyperloop line, which is represented, now I know, by the little chain here. So that's good. It's got a different symbol, so we can slowly start dismantling all of our train lines to replace them with the little chain. That'll be good. We don't want any of these old style trains anymore. Hyperloops are the future. The highways I'm going to keep because, like I said, certain industries require highways to transport goods. They can't all be transported on a Hyperloop line, if I understand. And I have yet to figure out if troops can use Hyperloop lines to travel between cities. I might replace everything with Hyperloop if that's the case. But that would take a lot of time and money. We probably wouldn't even get to it, to be honest with you. How's housing looked? Looks like we did get it below that 200,000. We're in July, so we'll let that wait a little bit. Maybe in another 2 months or so, we'll spend some more money there. Russia has just created a new space program. It has never been done until now. You can consult with them and perhaps create a budget proposal in order to participate. The impact on science as well as the press will be very interesting. My friends, the Russians. Well, they're not my friends yet, but we're trying to become friends, and joining them in a space venture might be the thing to do. Let's have a look and see. I don't mess around with space much because I don't know if it's very lucrative to go to space. I think that it is very expensive, but if they created a new one, which is kind of cool right here, the moon, they're in a funding thing right now. See, so nobody else is in. Everything else right now is current missions, success. So like a lot of these they're not in funding. So this is actually the first time I think I've seen, and their objectives to go to the moon. Oh my God, Russia to the moon. I think, wow, nobody else is actually trying to go to the moon, right? Japan to the moon, they succeeded? Yeah, but with a lander craft. Parker solar probe. Are they actually trying to go to the moon, though, or are they just trying to send a probe? Let's see what they're trying to do here. Technology and programs required, blah, blah, blah. Country, budget in million, budget percentage. So I haven't messed around much with this. Permanent base. Dude, the Russians, they're trying to put a base on the fucking moon. Oh, my God. I've never had this happen, actually. This must be like part of an update. I don't think I've ever had... In my game, I don't think I've ever had AI countries try to put bases on other planets. Usually they're just doing the basic stuff. $22.8 billion to put a base on the moon. That seems cheap. Amount financed by other partners, 52%. Amount financed by project initiator, 48%. The total budget is actually $50 billion. By 2033, that's a long ways away. Do we want to help the Russians put a base on the moon? That's so cool. It would eventually become our base if we did take them over. But I think we're just going to have them be allies. We should probably help them. I think that they would be happier that way. I can't believe that Russia's got enough technology to even talk about putting a base on the moon. So if we participate, amount of your participation in millions, 25 billion. I want to know who else is participating. It doesn't tell me. And average annual reimbursement for Germany, 5.58 billion. 5-year funding for Germany, 27 billion. That's a lot. This will enhance relations between all partner countries, and if the program is successful, all heads of state will benefit from the increase in popularity according to their level of financial commitment to the program. So that tells you what you do get out of it. It'll help build relations with Russia, which we want to do. And if it's successful, then we get a huge popularity boost. But 2033, that's a long ways away. I have mixed feelings about this. Part of me wants to do it because it'll be fun, but I also don't know if we're ever going to see it. 2033. I mean, we should. We could do like 10 billion. I don't think I want to do 25. Screw it. Let's try it. Can I see who else is partaking? So we're participating now. Oh, nobody else is. Nobody else is. Budget and percentage 21. So I'm accounting for 21%. Status proposal. We'll see what Russia has to say about it. I'm really hoping that they'll like me for joining them in their base idea. Maybe we'll get something out of it. We don't know if we don't test out some of these different features and stuff. We got to test these out. We've got the capital. Let's just go ahead and spend it. Care of the refugees. Where the hell's the refugees? That highway doesn't go anywhere. Do I have any highways that are like that are kind of useless? Definitely a lot of highways that could probably be taken down. Maybe not. The fundraising campaign didn't go as well as we had expected. We are very disappointed with the amount raised. Maybe it wasn't the best idea. No, well, we didn't know unless we tried. I'll take a look at that right now. Funds raised during last campaign, 1.4 million. Hey, that's not bad. I made 200,000. It's not great, but it's not bad.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Well, there we go.
After privatizing this sector, it will be hard to say right away whether we will come out on top financially. Selling our shares was definitely a success and will provide money up front.
Whatever. If it got, I could eventually nationalize that sector again in the future if I think I really need to. But basically at this point, I needed to privatize those military sectors or nationalize those military sectors if we were ever going to get an aircraft carrier built and some naval ships and stuff. Did I get naval ships? I didn't actually get naval ships. What did I get though? I got helicopters, right? Well, I got aircraft carriers, fighter planes. I didn't even get helicopters out of that. Meeting request from Singapore. Okay. Well, we can start building aircraft carriers, so that's cool. We should definitely build our first aircraft carrier. That'll at least put us on the map for world powers, right? So is it rank 1 though, or rank 1, rank 2? Black market? What the fuck? Rank 3? Oh, I don't even have the technology to build a damn aircraft carrier.
I don't usually like smooching scenes, but I wanted...
Okay. Research. Aircraft carriers. Well, hold on. It says I can. Or that I've acquired the research for it. I just don't. Oh, I got to probably put people to work on it. Okay. Because there was literally no industry at all. When we had nationalized tanks, there was somewhat of a tank private building industry in the country. There probably is literally nobody working for this. Yeah, there's nothing here. So we would have to adjust the total workforce. This is the problem. How many people does it take to build an aircraft carrier? Probably 100. Probably more than that. 1,000. $3.5 billion we're going to dump into manpower for aircraft carriers. And we're going to subsidize it with 20 million. So it's going to be kind of pricey in the beginning. But if we go ahead and kick that off and get that started, so we'll give them like a month to get their shit together, and then we will order one. I mean, we could probably order one right now. I don't know how long it takes for that to kick in. We probably still got to hire the people. It should be a rank 2 we could build. Black market still. Okay, we'll give that some time to kind of do its thing, and then we'll revisit this. Aircraft carrier, defense potential, speed, moderate specification, 5 fighter jets on disposal at start, and possibly of 10 at the most, dude. We will be able to put fighter jets on these things. This is going to be so damn cool. I've never had an aircraft carrier in this game. We're going to be so strong. Fighters and cruisers. So I can build fighters and cruisers. Or frigates and cruisers. And I can build submarines. Can't build nuclear subs, though. Oh, I can build a nuclear sub. It doesn't have to be nationalized for me to build it. It's just the reason that I nationalize these things is because they're cheaper to build if you nationalize them. And I can control the amount of people working for the nationalized sector, so I can put more people on it, so I can increase how fast I get my military hardware. That's the biggest reason for nationalizing a lot of this stuff. So we want to put more people to work at tanks here at some point. Welcome. Discuss the stability pact to find an acceptable limit for the budget deficit of member states. The budget deficit. This deficit is expressed as a percentage of the GDP. We would like to have your opinion. What values do you wish to agree on? I don't know. That's fine. Whatever. 3.2% of the GDP for now. I'm going to be leaving the EU here at some point. So we've got a lot of fire planes, actually. Don't really care for the drones. So I think everything else here is fine. Okay, we're going to leave all that alone. Let the aircraft carrier stuff do its thing, and then we'll revisit that. 3.2% one of the GDP. Or 3.21. Inflation's kind of bottomed out. All right, let's see who we can go to war with. Or at least start setting ourselves up for war. Still got Denmark on my hit list here. I do really want to take out Denmark. They're in the EU, though. That's the only problem. Let's put some spies in the United Kingdom. Let's do that. I think I had 30 left over. 140. Did I hire more? What the hell happened? Oh, I did hire more. I remember that. Yeah, let's go ahead and create a network of agents for the United Kingdom. We'll put 50 in here for political spying. Shouldn't be too hard. The UK's got all sorts of freaking scandals going on. We'll see what we find out. So that's 50 in there. That should leave me 90. We'll start doing some stuff in France. Create a network of agents. We'll do 50 here. Political spying. That should leave me 40 left over, which we will dump into Ireland. We could always take Ireland over and then go after the UK and have bases and air bases established in Ireland. Yeah, we could give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and create a network of agents. We'll put 40 agents in Ireland for political spying. All right, so I should probably increase my political espionage here anyways. A little bit. And agent training some. So we're getting some better results. God, Germany is part of a lot of organizations. What a waste of my time. All right, let's speed stuff up a little bit quicker here. How's the environmental stuff doing? We did build these. Not going to build any more of them until a little bit later. This is actually pretty useful because it doesn't cost me a whole lot of money and it gives me a lot of popularity. So, person who recommended that in the comment section, God bless you. I was originally going to avoid those, but I see now how it could be useful. Budget excess 200 billion. Okay. How about aircraft carrier? I know I'm checking kind of quickly here, but I'm really excited. Canada now for rank 3. Black market still. Ah, Jesus. I just want to build an aircraft carrier so bad. I have proof that the Belgian government secretly finances Democratic Republic of Congo fighters. Answer received for the Moon program. Sorry, Chancellor, but your application for participation has been denied. God damn you, Russia. How you spit in my face like that? I offered you $10 billion to rush your stupid little... to do your stupid little base on the Moon. You know what? Maybe we'll put our own base on the Moon. Nazi base on the Moon. No. Don't want to murder anybody. It's not get out of control. They have recorded it in their files. Oh, wow. Belgium's got their hand in all sorts of dirty shit. What is going on, Belgium? Financial aid to terrorists. There's 2 terrorist groups. We've got proof for both of them. Luxembourg is what we're trying to get. Luxembourg would be a nice little grab there. Then we could build some roadways too. What do I want to take Belgium right now? I'd have to take it with commandos because the EU still. Oh, I'd love it if the EU just folded in half and died. We could leave the EU. What's the, thought on leaving the European Union? I'm just curious. We've got some money. Parliament's surprisingly not 100% against it. There's some popularity here. The DRL does not like it. Oh, I was leaving the Euro. I just did leaving the Euro, didn't I? Leaving the European Union. It's a little bit different. There's support here. I could probably rally my party. I don't think I'd get it through here, though. Choices. Vote laws, but no motions of no confidence. Oh, did I just approve that? I did. Didn't mean to do that. Says it would go through, but these guys would not approve of it. I could change the length of Parliament's term and get that through. I don't care about the opinion of the people at this point. And these guys would vote on it, but I didn't make that a referendum, so this, I actually have to cancel that bill. That was a mistake. Damn.
You have just withdrawn.
You know what we should do, guys? You know what we should be doing right now? We should be getting my face plastered on stuff. Publicize a movement, order a poll from the National Census Bureau, personality cult, likeness in administrative centers, portraits in school books, statues in squares and public gardens. Because once we get my face all over the place, then that'll help some. We could actually attach this to a bill. I really want to get rid of the I know I'm wasting a lot of money going through this, but I really want to dissolve the powers of Parliament, and I'm going to need to attach it to a really large bill that basically Parliament cannot refuse because it's so good of a package. Damn, the pacifist group again. These guys are out of control.
Our infiltration.
Okay, we've got that in France set up.
Your television appearance was very well received.
Okay, that's good. Ireland operational cell. We're just waiting for the UK to tick off then, and then we're all set. But we've got one in France and Ireland. Yeah, the Ireland one would be nice. I don't think they're part of the European Union anyways. Are they? United Kingdom operational cell. Oh my God, they're actually part of the European Union. Well, whatever. Denmark network, confidential information, more. Wow, Denmark. Resistance funding more terrorists. Funding more terrorists. These guys are out of control.
Our scientific cell infiltrated an important research.
Industrial espionage for India. Yeah, go ahead and try to get us some techs. Why not? Okay, Denmark, you have sucked your last sook. It is time to take you down. Let me just see what I got against you. So let's go to the UN. Obviously, Denmark's still part of the European Union. We would have to use commandos again, which we could do. We're going to go to the UN because I want to get Denmark because it's right north of us and it could use a little bit of development. Actually might be some oil or something here, or maybe more gas. We could put a bunch of gas lines here. We'll keep the air bases. I'll build a military base here. We'll keep this military base, this military base. I'll probably put another military base up here. But then this would be just a really nice defensible area. And Denmark would be pretty good for our country in general. Nice population there. Could all become soldiers eventually. Add that GDP to us. I think it would just help our economy overall. So let's go to the UN. We will provide proof that Denmark is a threat. Evidence sufficient for saying... Who the hell are you? Okay, we got a new guy here. Evidence sufficient for sanctions. We'll ask the Security Council to authorize a military intervention against Denmark. Obviously, I will vote pro. And if they don't, then we will make it public. Because I was told that that helps.
Our scientific cell infiltrated an important research center. According to the information theory, we are therefore...
All right, and more industrial espionage in China, which would be good, because maybe we can get some cool Chinese techs captured. That would be very nice. And how is energy looking? I know we still don't have that one plant built. We still have a deficit 17. I cannot wait till we get that other plant built so we could deal with that. We should probably start another plant now too, just to address the fact that we know, I mean, we're trying to outrun it, right? We have 204 billion as a budget excess. Let's just go ahead and start the next plant. I was going to wait till nuclear fission, but it's probably going to be a while before we get that. So we will build another one of these bad boys, and we're going to put it right here. That's what the point of this military base is anyway, is to defend these. Is it a good idea to put this many nuclear plants next to each other? Yes. I like doing that because, one, it keeps them all here confined, so I know exactly where they are. I know exactly where to go if there's an issue and I need to deal with them. Kind of in the center of Germany, so they're protected. I can put military bases around them to protect them. I just like to group them up. Gameplay-wise, reality-wise, probably a bad idea. Gameplay-wise, I've yet to see a bad thing by putting them together. I guess the only bad thing about putting them all together would be that if a country did take those, then we'd have no energy. But at that point, if a country gets that far into Germany, we've already pretty much lost. So, especially if we end up taking a lot of these outside countries. So I'm not going to worry about it. Welcome one and all. As you know, we are gathered today to decide on how much to reduce the debt of the poorest countries with regard to the IMF and the World Bank. Would you like to have your opinion? How much to reduce the debt? 0.
Our sportsmen are ready.
I'm not giving any of my money to poor countries. It's their fault.
The competition will be...
We have reached a consensus. We will not set up any debt reduction for the poorest countries. I can barely... Why would we be giving money to poor countries? Germany is in just as bad as debt as everybody else. I can't handle my own goddamn debt problem. Everybody else could take care of themselves. German nationalism right there. 209. Boy, that budget excess is climbing. That's good.
There's nothing to say.
Okay, well, then there's nothing to hear. I have a chance to murder the head of the Denmark. Now that's fine. We're probably going to fire squad him anyways. Okay, so they are going to vote on taking out or
Incredible! The first prize, can you believe it? All our cultural policy has been indirectly rewarded by this. And all the more because he has always supported your policies.
Awesome. So we ended up winning some really cool prize, like film award. I am kicking ass here. All right, so we'll go ahead and let that go through. We are pro. And if this doesn't go through, then we will we'll make the scandal public, and then we'll vote on it again, because I guess that works. It did not go through, but Russia was on our side this time, Sudan, but nobody else. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to try this. Because somebody told me this works. If you go here, we are going to make the scandal relating to a head of state public. So we're going to go to Denmark, confirm, take that to the public.
Off we go. Police, justice, and journalists have all found out. The scandal is breaking as expected. I know people who are...
Okay, perfect. So Denmark's going to get super upset about it, but now that we've made it public, we're going to put the pressure on the UN that this is a big deal. And then, oh, one of our journalists were captured, probably by Denmark. We're going to put the pressure on the UN that this is a big deal, and then we're going to try to apply for sanctions again. Military intervention, actually. And we did not get that industrial sabotage in India, unfortunately. I will have to probably increase the industrial sabotage or industrial espionage of our forces a little bit to make this work. 4 billion.
The funeral?
Oh man, the oldest person in the country died.
You've changed.
That is unfortunate. All right, UN, do you want to listen to me now? Evidence still sufficient for sanctions. We'll see if we get another vote in here. I'm going to denounce Denmark. Nah, I'm going to go ahead and just ask the Security Council. Authorize military intervention again.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had...
Okay, we found somebody in Poland that's going to rat on their government. And something in the Czech Republic. Nice. So we're starting to get some stuff here. I can't wait till we start getting some stuff with the UK and stuff. Then I won't have to worry so much about convincing people. Although the United Kingdom's not going to let us go to war with them. Because they're on the Security Council, so... We might have to go to war with somebody around the UK and get them involved. Austria wants to meet with me. Oh, let's go to housing again and lower this by another 20,000. There we go. Really trying to get the ball rolling here on this Denmark thing. Artificial intelligence. National holiday. Meeting with Switzerland. People want to meet with me. I am a popular figure. How is this going? Pretty good. It is September 2021. We did want to work on taxes. I don't think I have any other legislations going through. But, okay, let's see what you got. It's always water supply networks. I'm not interested. Okay, I want to, let's see, we're not going to worry about taxes just yet. I want to see if we can build the aircraft carrier. Haha, we can build our first aircraft carrier. Finally. Average sale price, so what? It's 4 billion to build one of them? Ooh, all right, let's do it. We're going to send that contract off and see what we get for a option. Can I? Let me see. Let me take a look real quick. Now, I know if I go to industries, I can, let's see. So now the aircraft carrier, the workers have finally been established. Look at that right there. Production percentage worldwide. So 0.39%. It's not a lot, but we've managed to take it from 0, and that's awesome by putting workforce and stuff in there. There's currently, see, we put 1,000 people. We're hiring 1,000 people. We've only hired 33. Hopefully this will go up more and more as time goes on. But that's pretty good. So let me see, in price or price reduction. So if the state decides to lower prices to promote purchasing power, it will have to defray this reduction in order not to penalize producing companies in the relevant sector. So this would be me offsetting the price. So we're not going to do this because it doesn't help us at all. We are subsidizing it. Okay, let's take a look at tanks real quick. What's my workforce for? Actually, let's look at fighter planes. 162. Okay, that's fine for now. How about tanks? Because we know we got to build more tanks eventually. Total workforce 2,000. That's really, really good. And we're subsidizing 20 million. And it's grown to 13% from 11.72. That is excellent. So let's say we up this to 2,500. 345 million. Let's start hiring a few more people. And then let's go to fighter planes. Total workforce. Let's get this up to 200. Confirm. All right, so we're going to leave it off here on a good note. Building our first, or hopefully building our first aircraft carrier. We got to let the contract go through. It's probably going to cost us a little more than 4 billion, but I'd say no matter what, at this point, it's worth it. We'll get that done, but we're going to need a good fleet to sort of follow our aircraft carrier around and protect it. So we're going to need to focus on getting some cruisers and stuff built. We can nationalize that industry so we can hire people, or we could probably just go ahead and start building some with the private sector. It'll be a little bit more money. I think it could take longer to build it because it all depends on what their workforce is, but we might go ahead and build some of those. So that way we can do that. I think we're going to clean up some of our naval bases too. We really don't need 3 naval bases next to each other. I can eliminate 2 of these. I'll probably keep all of these naval bases. That one there. Naval base in this bay here, which is perfect. But some of these other ones can definitely go, like these 2 next to each other. So we'll clean up our naval bases. Once we get Denmark under control, then we could put a major naval base maybe someplace over here, because we're going to need something to counteract the United Kingdom. And then, I don't know, if we get our aircraft carrier built here, we'll probably take it with all of our fleets and we'll parade it around the United Kingdom, make them super jealous. I don't even know if they have any aircraft carriers. If there's any way for me to tell. Anyway, we'll leave it off here. Thank you all for joining me. Hope that you've enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you next time.